Before you sleep tonight, what if I told you you're not just falling asleep, you're falling back into the stars? Close your eyes for a moment. Listen, behind the hum of your thoughts, the gentle rhythm of your breath, there's a deeper silence, a vastness. That space you feel when the world grows still. That's where we're going. Tonight, I want to take you on a journey, not to a distant galaxy, but to the deepest parts of yourself. A return to the place where you began, where we all began. A quiet, starlit road that winds through the cosmos and loops gently back to your own heart. You are not separate from the universe. You are the universe, breathing, pulsing, thinking. And when you dream, you are the cosmos reflecting inward. Let this be the moment you remember. You are the universe dreaming itself. The whisper of atoms. The atoms in your body are old, unimaginably old. The calcium in your bones, the iron in your blood, the oxygen you breathe, all of it was born in the belly of stars. Stars that lived and died long before Earth even formed. You are made from the dust of explosions that shattered suns and spread new elements across the cosmos. Every cell of your being, every beat of your heart, is a continuation of that cosmic story. Imagine that the iron coursing through your veins was once part of a star's core, fused in extreme heat and pressure, scattered through the void by a brilliant supernova. And now it carries oxygen to your brain as you lie here listening. You are not just in the universe. The universe is in you. Roughly 13.8 billion years ago, everything, time, space, matter, exploded into being. This was the Big Bang, the birth cry of existence. But even then, your story had already begun. You were there in potential, not as a person, but as possibility. Over billions of years, stars ignited, fused elements, and exploded into supernovas, scattering their enriched guts across the universe. These remnants, star ashes, drifted through the void, coalescing again and again, until one day they formed a tiny blue world. And on that world, you happened, not instantly. It took eons. But the universe was patient. It was dreaming you into being. The science of stardust astronomers like Carl Sagan once said, "We are made of star stuff." But what does that really mean? Every hydrogen atom in your body, the simplest, lightest element, was created during the Big Bang. But the heavier elements, the ones vital to life, like carbon, nitrogen, and oxygen, were formed inside stars through nuclear fusion. When those stars exploded, they released those elements into the cosmos, where they eventually became the building blocks of planets, oceans, trees, and you. So when you touch your skin, when you breathe, when you simply exist, you are echoing an ancient process. You are continuity in motion. The same particles that once lit the skies now think and dream through you. And this isn't just poetic metaphor, it's scientific fact. It's real. Your body is a mosaic of cosmic history. The calcium in your teeth, the sodium in your tears, the potassium in your muscles, all forged in starfire, all shared with ancient life and future forms, and now all of it in you, here, in this moment of quiet. Breath of the universe, breathe in. That air has traveled through millions of lungs before yours, through forests, through animals, through ancient civilizations, through volcanoes and oceans. The atoms you breathe now have been on this planet for billions of years, passing from form to form, from life to life. There's a poetic law in physics called the law of conservation of mass. Matter cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed. You don't own the atoms in your body. You're borrowing them. One day, they'll return to the earth. But right now, they're you, animated, aware, alive. Even the breath you just took may have passed through the lungs of emperors and mystics, of tigers and songbirds, of people you'll never know but who are part of your molecular family. Breathe out. Let go. Feel the infinite connection. You are the result of infinite chances. It's easy to feel small in the face of the universe. But pause for a moment. Do you realize how many things had to go exactly right for you to be here? If the Big Bang had expanded just a fraction faster or slower, no stars would have formed. If Earth had been slightly closer or further from the sun, life would have been impossible. If your ancestors had made different choices, crossed different paths, loved different people, you would not exist. Think of all the odds, all the impossibilities aligned, all the tiny cosmic miracles that led to this moment, to you lying in bed, listening to this voice, breathing slowly, preparing to dream. You are not an accident. You are the culmination of cosmic precision, a miracle wearing skin, and the universe, this vast, magnificent universe, gets to experience itself through you, the quiet between thoughts. As you relax into this moment, listen to the silence between your thoughts. That stillness, that space, is not empty. It's full of you. In that silence, you can almost hear the echoes of stars. You can feel the pulse of the galaxy that gave you life, because it's still inside you. It is you. Your mind may wander to worries, to memories, to distant things. But in between, in those brief seconds of mental stillness, the universe speaks, not with words, but with presence, with being, with breath. This is meditation without effort. This is connection without striving. You, returning to the field from which you came. Sleep is a return. Every night, as you fall asleep, something ancient awakens. Your body rests, your mind unwinds, but your inner universe, your dreams, begin to bloom. In dreams, time bends, identity softens, logic dissolves. You are free. This isn't just brain chemistry, it's spiritual physics. It's the universe turning its gaze inward, using your mind as a mirror. Dreams are the language of the soul made of star matter. So when you dream, you don't escape reality. You visit a deeper one where everything is possible. Let go and remember. So tonight, as you sink deeper into rest, remember this. You are not merely a person going to sleep. You are a galaxy wrapped in skin. A walking collection of ancient explosions. A dream of the universe, looping back onto itself. Your heartbeat is a drum echoing across time. Your breath is the wind of stars. Your mind is a nebula of thought and silence. You are infinite. You are stardust, yes. But more than that, you are the stardust dreaming. So breathe easy. Let your thoughts dissolve. Let your body relax. The universe is curling around you, whispering you to sleep. You're going home, to the stars you've never truly left. Good night, Stardust. The cosmos awaits your dreams. What if every cell in your body was a library, and inside each, the history of stars was written in light? Let's go deeper. You're lying still, breathing slowly, and though your body feels quiet inside, there's a quiet storm of motion, a miracle of stardust dancing. While you sleep, billions of cells repair, rebuild, and whisper ancient stories. Your blood flows with messages. Your bones remember gravity. Your DNA holds echoes from life long before your name existed. This is not just a body. This is a living archive, a galactic library composed of atoms forged in stars, carrying the wisdom of cosmic time. Tonight, we will explore the story held inside you, a story far older than any memory, the stardust within your skin, soft, warm, and human, is made of elements formed in the cores of ancient stars. Carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, calcium, phosphorus, sulfur, trace elements like zinc, copper, and magnesium. All of them emerged from the furnaces of collapsing stars that lived billions of years ago. These atoms don't just make up your body, they are your body. Each cell is a carefully tuned machine, but it's more than that. Each one is a story, a record, a testament to survival, connection, and transformation. Each cell speaks a language written in proteins, charged by electricity, carried by light. You are not simply wearing a human shape. You are that shape, and that shape is made of cosmos. You are the sum of particles older than the sun, and the host of processes designed by nature through millions of years. You carry the blueprints of the cosmos, encrypted not in stardust alone, but in function. You are what the universe looks like when it wants to sense itself, understand itself. and continue its journey. Your bones, silent archives of the sky. Your bones are not just scaffolding. They are storybooks made of calcium, a star-forged element. They carry you, hold you, give you form. But they also hold memory. Not memory in the way you recall birthdays or dreams, but the deeper kind. The evolutionary blueprint passed on from ancient fish, amphibians, mammals, all the way to you. These long, silent structures are shaped by motion and environment. They tell stories of gravity, of how your ancestors walked, climbed, swam. Your bones are shaped by motion, molded by rhythm. The way you move, stretch, stand, it is all shaped by this internal sculpture forged by time. Inside your bones is marrow, a rich red seed where cells grow. These tiny builders, invisible to the eye, are constantly forming red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets. Every second, 2 million red blood cells are born in your marrow, travel through your heart, and deliver life to your body. This work continues day after day, even as you sleep, even as you listen now. Your body never forgets how to be part of the stars. Your blood, the river of red stars, iron in your blood, the very substance that lets you carry oxygen and live, is the remnant of supernova explosions. Supernovas are violent deaths of massive stars. But in that death, there is unimaginable creation. Elements heavier than hydrogen and helium cannot be formed in normal stars. They require extremes, chaos, collapse, light so bright it could outshine galaxies. And from that moment of violent rebirth, iron is made. That iron is now inside you, quietly circulating, keeping you alive as you rest. Every heartbeat is a beat in the universe's long song. Your circulatory system is over 60,000 miles long. That's enough to wrap around the Earth 2.5 times. And within it, a tide of ancient elements flows, one heartbeat after another, night after night, year after year. And here's the beautiful truth. Your body knows how to move this cosmic ocean without conscious thought. No command required. It is all written in the code of stardust DNA, a code of cosmic continuity inside the nucleus of almost every cell in your body. There is DNA, an elegant, spiraling code written in just 4 letters. A, T, C, G. From this alphabet, over 3 billion letters long, comes every instruction that built you. Your eyes, your voice, your memories, your dreams. This code connects you to every living thing, from the smallest bacteria to the tallest trees to the whales in the deep. But it also connects you to time, because DNA is not just yours. It is inherited, a living message passed down, person to person, life to life, all the way back to the first cell, and perhaps further, to the very chemistry sparked in Earth's primordial seas. DNA is like music, repeated in different keys. It has a rhythm, a structure. It's the original song of life, composed by evolution and performed through you. If you unraveled all the DNA in your body and laid it end to end, it would stretch over 10 billion miles, enough to reach Pluto and return. But even more staggering is this. 99.9% of your DNA is identical to every other human being. You are unique in expression but not in origin. We are all cosmic siblings, all part of the same unfolding poem. The electric heartbeat of stardust, your heart, is a pump, yes. But more than that, it is an orchestra of cells beating in precise rhythm. At the center of your chest, behind your sternum, an electrical impulse begins. It's small, a signal from the sinoatrial node. But it is constant, and it spreads through your heart like a sunrise spreads through sky. This pulse, this rhythm, is your life. But here's the secret. The electricity that drives your heart is born from charged ions, minerals from the earth, forged in stars, potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium. These stardust ions flow through your blood, creating a circuit of light and motion that beats over 100,000 times a day, more than 35 million times a year. Billions of beats in a lifetime. Every beat is a song. Every song is the universe remembering itself. And when you feel your heartbeat, that gentle drum in your chest, you are feeling the ripple of a supernova. The echo of creation now turned into life. Eyes, windows of ancient light, your eyes. They don't just see. They translate photons, particles of light, into vision. And those photons, they may have been traveling for millions of years before reaching you. Light from distant galaxies, born before the first humans walked the Earth, touches your retina tonight. You are not just observing the universe. You are letting it pass through you. Your retina is lined with rods and cones, tiny structures that catch light and send signals to the brain. From this color, shape, pattern, memory, emotion, but more than perception, your eyes reflect wonder. When you gaze at the stars, you are seeing not just what is, but what was. Stars are so distant that you see them as they were, not as they are now. So when you dream tonight and your eyes close, let them still see. Let them see inwards. Let them remember the ancient light, skin, stardust's soft armor. Your skin is an organ of protection, yes, but also of communication, sensation, and presence. It contains millions of sensors. It feels heat, cold, pressure, pain. It stretches, heals, adapts. It is made from cells with lifespans of mere weeks, constantly dying and regenerating, yet it holds you together, all your stardust. It is the boundary between you and the universe, and yet it is part of the universe too. Your skin can sense a feather's touch or a burn. It is a map of experience, a surface that ages with time and absorbs the stories of your life. And beneath it, beneath all its layers, are nerves conducting electric whispers to your brain, conversations between the stars and the self. Touch your skin now, lightly. Feel the warmth. That heat is energy, motion, born from food, from sunlight, from combustion of molecules first formed in ancient stars. That warmth is cosmic history, alive in your hand, the night within. As you drift into sleep, your body does not pause. It enters another rhythm, a dance of maintenance, healing, memory, and growth. Melatonin rises. Your temperature shifts. Brain waves slow. And in this transition, your stardust body moves through phases like the moon, cycling through light and shadow. Your brain rewires memories, prunes what is no longer needed, solidifies what is. It is building meaning, refining identity, updating its script for waking life. Your immune system hunts. Your cells regenerate. Your organs speak in secret chemical languages. It is not passive. It is sacred. While you sleep, your body does not forget its history. It lives it. Every cell pulses with ancient echoes. Every organ plays its part in the music of existence. Your body is the universe remembering. So tonight, as you relax further, let this truth wash over you. You are not just lying still in bed. You are floating in time, suspended in a dream of matter and meaning. Your body is not a machine. It is not a prison. It is not ordinary. It is extraordinary, a vessel of light, a memory of stars, a miracle made real. As your breathing slows, know that each breath is part of a billion-year chain. Every molecule a messenger. You are more than flesh and thought. You are a galactic archive, and tonight you sleep, not to escape this truth, but to return to it. Sleep well, cosmic traveler. The universe sleeps within you. Every night, when your eyes close, your mind opens a door, not to nowhere, but to everywhere. What if your dreams were not just stories, but signals from the stars? As your body slips into sleep, something profound happens. Your conscious mind softens. The world of thoughts and worries fades like mist under morning sun. And a new world opens, not out there, but within. You enter the dream. It's not random. It's not meaningless. It's not just the leftovers of your day. Dreams are your soul, stretching beyond the visible. They are the universe remembering how to play, to speak, to explore, using your mind as a canvas. Tonight, we enter that canvas. We journey into the place where the cosmos creates with your imagination, paints with your memory, and writes poetry with light and feeling. This is not fiction. This is the truth of dreaming, and the universe is waiting for you to awaken from within. The first step beyond waking. When you fall asleep, your brain does not shut off. It switches modes. In the quiet dark, your brain begins a delicate choreography. Alpha waves slow to theta. Theta deepens to delta. And somewhere in this rhythm, your consciousness loosens. You stop being a name, a role, a story. And you start becoming sensation.color, sound, motion, faces with no names. Places that never existed. Conversations that never happened, and yet feel deeply true. This is dreaming. But it's more than imagination. It's participation. It is your brain connecting with parts of itself it cannot access in waking life. And possibly, just possibly, it's your brain connecting with something even larger, the language of dreams. Dreams speak in symbols. They don't use grammar or logic the way your daytime mind does. They use metaphor, they use motion, they use emotion. A hallway in your dream might represent a choice. A lost item might echo a forgotten truth. A familiar stranger might be your own subconscious knocking on the door. But what if these symbols aren't just psychological? What if they're cosmological? Ancient cultures thought so. The Egyptians believed dreams were portals to the divine. The Greeks saw them as messages from gods. Tibetan monks speak of lucid dreaming as a path to enlightenment. And now, modern neuroscience reveals that dreams are essential. They process emotion, test survival strategies, and even simulate alternate realities. You dream in stories, because the universe speaks in stories. And tonight, you are the storyteller. Your brain, the cosmic theater during REM sleep, the deepest dream phase. Your brain becomes more active than when you're awake. Your prefrontal cortex quiets down. That's the part that governs judgment, rules, and linear thinking. And what awakens? The visual cortex, the limbic system, the deep emotional centers. Your brain lights up like a constellation, a theater glowing with scenes from beyond the rational. You dream not just to rest. You dream to explore. Scientists call it offline processing, but mystics call it soul travel. Maybe it's both. Your brain in this state becomes the perfect landscape for mystery, a place where answers arrive unannounced, where healing begins without dialogue, and where creativity dances without rules. In dreams, you remember parts of yourself you forgot. You heal without needing words. You reconnect with the vastness inside you. Dreams as time. Travel in your dreams, time folds. You can visit your childhood home and walk through it like it's yesterday. You can leap forward and imagine things not yet lived. You can speak with those who have passed or meet those who have yet to come. In dreams, you are not bound by chronology. And that's because, fundamentally, the universe isn't either. Time is not a straight line. It's a spiral, a wave, a field. And when you dream, you step outside the clock. You might see yourself old, or young, or as someone else, or as something more. The dream doesn't care about time. It only cares about truth. So, when you see something in a dream that feels like a memory from the future, maybe it is, and when you feel that uncanny sense of, I've been here before, perhaps you truly have. In the dream world, time bows to consciousness, lucid dreaming, waking within the dream. Sometimes, in your dream, you realize it's a dream. You look around. You notice the colors are too vivid. The logic is too loose. The air hums with strange knowing. You say to yourself, this is not real, but I am. And suddenly you awaken, not outside the dream, but within it. This is lucid dreaming, a state where the dreamer becomes conscious while still dreaming. In this moment, you are creator and character. You can fly, you can shape the world. You can ask questions and receive answers that feel divine. Lucid dreaming is not just a trick, it's a training ground. It is the universe saying, here, take the controls. And when you learn to navigate that realm, you begin to understand something profound. Waking life might be a dream too, just one with heavier rules, and maybe, just maybe, the tools of dreaming, clarity, presence, imagination, are meant to be brought back. The universe dreams through you, your brain, with its trillions of connections, is not a closed loop. It is open to stimuli, to memory, to emotion, and perhaps to mystery. What if dreams are not just internal processes, but interactions? What if consciousness is a field that extends beyond biology? Some physicists suggest the universe is not made of matter, but of information. That consciousness may not be an emergent property of brains, but the fundamental fabric of existence. If that's true, then every dream you have is not an escape from reality, but a reunion with it. You are the dreamer, and the dreamed, and the dreaming itself. In dreams, the veil between you and the cosmos thins. In dreams, you don't just rest, you return. Why the universe needs your dreams? Why does any of this matter? Because your dreams are not trivial. They are experiments, simulations, songs, messages, mirrors. They are how you rehearse courage, how you test fear, how you create beauty that never existed. And perhaps, just perhaps, they are how the universe experiences itself in new ways. Every time you imagine, you expand the cosmos. Every time you dream, you draw new paths in the quantum field. You are not here to merely survive. You are here to imagine reality into being, and it starts with dreaming. When you dream of love, you create the blueprint for more of it. When you dream of peace, you generate frequencies that ripple beyond you. When you dream without fear, you become a channel for creation. Sleep deep, dream wide. So now, as your breath slows and your body softens into sleep, remember this: you are not falling away from the world. You are rising into a larger one. Let your mind wander. Let your heart open. Let the story begin. You are not just going to bed. You are becoming the sky. You are not just shutting your eyes. You are opening your soul. Tonight, the universe dreams through you. Good night, Stardust. Create well. The cosmos awaits your vision. What if the love you feel isn't just emotion, but evidence that the universe is conscious and it remembers itself through you? As you begin to drift into sleep, a warm, wordless feeling rises, familiar yet infinite. It's more than memory. It's more than longing. It's the pulse of something ancient, gentle, and unshakably real. It's love, not the fleeting emotion or romantic notion, not the storyline of songs and screenplays, but something deeper, a cosmic intelligence encoded into your very being. In this part of our journey, we walk through the most sacred gateway of all, the human heart. A portal not to fiction, but to foundation, to origin, to remembrance, because love, true love, is how the universe remembers itself through you. The heart, more than a muscle. Your heart isn't just a biological pump. It's a field generator, a memory holder, and a processor of truth. With over 40,000 neurons, a network dubbed the heart brain, this organ does more than move blood. It feels, it senses, it communicates with your brain in ways science is still unraveling. When you say, "I feel it in my heart," you're not being metaphorical. You're describing a real, measurable response, one that shapes your emotions, decisions, and perception of connection. The heart is your most honest compass, the field of love. Your heart emits the most powerful electromagnetic field in your body. This field, detectable several feet away, changes with your emotional state. It broadcasts. When you are in love, not infatuation, but resonance, your field shifts. You emit coherence, a rhythmic harmony that others can feel, even if they don't consciously notice. This is why being near someone who truly loves us calms us. Why a hug can stabilize the nervous system. Why holding hands can slow the heart rate. Love is not only a feeling, it's a frequency resonance. Before words, before language, before logic, we communicated through presence, through tone, through heartbeat. This is how a baby recognizes its mother. How two people fall into sync without speaking. How we just know when we're safe. Love lives in this space, beyond analysis, beneath words. It's not taught, it's remembered. And remembering it returns you to the most ancient vibration of the cosmos, The universe was born in coherence. The Big Bang wasn't noise. It was a harmonic expansion. Physicists call its echo the cosmic microwave background, but poets might call it the first heartbeat. That echo is still here, in your cells, in your DNA, in your heartbeat. When you love, you're not inventing something new. You're tuning in to something original. Love is the organizing principle of the universe. It holds galaxies together, attracts electrons, binds families, bridges generations, softens grief, ignites creativity, heals. All of it, from stardust to skin, aligns through the frequency of connection. When you love, your biology transforms. The moment you feel loved, even by memory or imagination, your body changes. Heart rate variability improves. Cortisol drops. Immune function boosts. Serotonin and oxytocin rise. Blood pressure balances. Breath deepens. Your body relaxes into trust, into rest, into healing. This isn't magic. This is physiology. This is your body remembering what it feels like to be safe in the universe, to be seen, to be held, to belong. Dreams and the echo of love. In dreams, the heart speaks louder than the mind. You might find yourself standing with someone long gone, feeling their touch, hearing their voice. You might walk into a room from childhood and feel peace flood you. You might encounter a stranger and instantly feel known. These are not random images. They are echoes of connection, reminders that love is not linear, that even when time says it's over, the heart says it's ongoing. In sleep, your defenses fall, your heart opens, and love, whether earthly or cosmic, finds its way back to you. You are not a creator of love, you are a conduit. So often we think we must find love or deserve it or earn it. But what if love isn't something to seek? What if it's something you receive when you allow it? You don't have to manufacture sunlight. You just need to open the window. Love flows through you when you soften, when you pause, when you breathe and allow the truth. You are already enough, and you always were. The heart remembers what the mind forgets. When fear speaks, it sounds logical, rational, convincing, but when love speaks, it simply knows. It whispers, "Stay here. Trust this. You are safe." It reminds you that even if you've been hurt, even if you've been forgotten, even if you've closed yourself off, you are still part of the whole. Love says, "Open gently." Again, it is patient. It is persistent. It does not push. It invites, and when you accept that invitation, the universe leans in, and memory returns. You are love remembering itself. You were born from love. You were shaped in love. You are carried by love, not the conditional kind, not the transactional kind, but the quiet, luminous, eternal kind, the kind that lights galaxies and lives in your chest, the kind that doesn't need a reason. It just is. When you love, you are not doing something soft. You are doing something sacred. You are becoming a mirror for the divine. You are being the universe, awake, alive, aware, holding itself in kindness. Let love guide you into sleep. So now, place your hand gently over your heart. Feel that rhythm, slow, ancient, real. It is the first sound you ever heard. It is the drumbeat of life itself. It is your connection to everything. Breathe deeply. Release the day. Open. Tonight, you don't need to chase. You don't need to prove. Just remember, you are already loved. You are already whole. You are already home. Sleep well. Beloved dreamer, you are not falling apart. You are falling back into love. What if the line between your dreams and your waking life was never a line, but a doorway? There's a place, just before you fully wake, where the world blurs. You're not asleep anymore, but you're not quite awake. You still feel the weight of a dream, the warmth of something just out of reach. And for a few fragile seconds, the world seems wider, gentler, more magical. This moment, this sacred seam between dimensions, is not a mistake of biology. It's a message, because what happens between dreams and waking is not nothing. It's everything. Waking isn't a snap. It's a fade. You don't wake up like a switch flipping. You re-enter, piece by piece, layer by layer. Sound filters in. Light softens the dark. Memory returns. But in those first waking moments, part of you is still tuned to the dream. You remember emotions that don't match your morning. You feel connected to someone you haven't spoken to in years. You hear a sentence that echoes like prophecy. This is not a glitch. This is the edge, and it's alive with meaning. Where dreams meet. Destiny, some dreams don't feel like dreams at all. They feel like guidance, a lesson, a visitation. You wake up changed, not because of what you saw, but because of what you felt. A decision becomes clear. A burden feels lighter. You forgive someone or yourself without needing words. Why? Because that dream didn't originate from your mind. It flowed through your soul. In the dream, you remembered something real, and when you wake, it lingers. Hypnagogia. The twilight window, science calls it hypnagogia, the state between sleep and wake. It's when the subconscious and the conscious blend. It's when logic fades and intuition steps forward. Visionaries have harnessed this state for centuries. Thomas Edison napped with metal spheres, jolting himself awake when he began to dream. Salvador Dali sketched surreal art from the edge of sleep. Nobel Prize-winning ideas have been pulled from this misty in-between. Why? Because the veil is thinner here. You aren't confined by reason. You're connected to something deeper. Lucid thresholds and awake awareness. Sometimes, just before you rise, you realize you were dreaming, and sometimes you realize something more powerful. You are dreaming still. Lucid dreaming teaches you to recognize illusion. But in life, this awareness becomes even more important. What if the patterns you live by are just stories? What if you could change your narrative, not just in sleep, but now? That is the gift of the threshold, the power to awaken not from the dream, but within it. You never leave the dream. You shift its shape. The dream doesn't stop when you open your eyes. It evolves. It moves into feeling, into intuition, into subtle guidance throughout your day. You've experienced it, a sudden knowing, a perfect alignment of events, a person entering your life with uncanny timing. These aren't random. They're the dream, still unfolding in this world, and your awareness keeps it alive. Sleep prepares you for reality. Sleep doesn't separate you from life. It prepares you for it. It softens what's hard, heals what's hidden, rearranges what's ready. Even if you don't remember the story, your body remembers the shift. You wake with new energy, new clarity, a sense that something is different, even if you can't name it yet. That's the dream doing its work. Now it's your turn. You are the bridge between worlds. You are not just the dreamer. You are the translator. What you receive in the invisible wants to live in the visible, a phrase that won't leave your head, a song you hum all day, an image that moves you to tears. These are not distractions. They're downloads. The universe speaks in dream. You speak in action. You are the bridge. Let the dream walk with you tomorrow. When you rise, don't rush. Stay in the stillness. Feel your breath. Remember what lingers. Carry it with you, not as fantasy, but as truth. Let your waking life be guided by the light your dreams revealed. Because the world you call real is just another dream, and you, conscious, curious, open, are the one who can walk both. Sleep now, cosmic traveler. And when you rise, bring the dream with you. What if your deepest struggles weren't obstacles, but signals designed to awaken you? There comes a moment in every journey, every dream, when the dreamer is tested, when comfort ends, when clarity fades, when a shadow rises from within or without. This is not the end of the story. It's the turning point. And in this part of the journey, we face the confrontation, not with enemies, but with illusions, with forgotten truths, with the parts of ourselves we buried, thinking they were too much or not enough, because this is the moment you remember. You didn't come here to escape the world. You came here to illuminate it, the inner battle. Is the real one? What if the wars outside are only echoes of the battles within? The doubts, the fears, the voices that whisper, "You're not ready, you don't belong, who do you think you are?" These aren't truths, they're tests, and they appear just as you're about to level up. Just as you're remembering what you're here to do, you must see them clearly, not as barriers, but as invitations. Every resistance is an initiation. Every doubt is a doorway. The shadow holds the secret. We fear the dark because we think it means absence. But the dark is not empty. It's full of potential, full of memory, full of truth waiting to be reclaimed. Your shadow is not the enemy. It is the unintegrated part of your genius. It holds your anger, and which is really your passion, your sadness, which is really your depth, your fear, which is really your courage, waiting to emerge. The moment you stop running from your shadow, it stops chasing, it turns around, and offers you your power back. Carl Jung said, "The gold is in the dark, and when you go into the dark with the light, you don't fight it. You transform it. Breakdown is breakthrough in disguise. There is always a point in the hero's journey where all seems lost. The night is darkest. The map is gone. The self is cracked open. This is not failure. It is initiation. The old self cannot walk where the new self is going, so it must dissolve. Not in shame, but in sacred surrender. Your pain is not a punishment. It's a portal. It opens you to depth, to empathy, to truth. And from that space, not despite the pain, but through it, something greater awakens. Some call it wisdom, others grace. But whatever its name, it feels like coming. Home remembering isn't always gentle. When you begin to remember why you came here, it stirs. Everything, old identities fall apart, safe routines collapse. The version of you that played small starts to panic because the truth is, your soul is too big to stay hidden. And when the remembering begins, it's uncomfortable, but it's also real. You stop seeking approval, you stop chasing status, you start craving purpose. Because deep down, you know you didn't come here to blend in. You came here to wake up. And once you do, you can never go back to sleep. The universe isn't testing you, it's trusting you. It may feel like life is throwing challenges your way, but what if it's placing them there? Because it knows you can handle them. Not because you're perfect, but because you're ready. Ready to choose love instead of fear, action instead of avoidance, compassion instead of control. The obstacles aren't blocks, they're assignments. They're the fire that forges your clarity, and when you face them, not as punishment but as purpose, they become your path. You start seeing pain not as random, but as refinement, not as cruelty, but as calibration. Your mission is in the mirror. Stop looking for a billboard. Stop waiting for a voice from the sky. Look at your life. Look at what breaks your heart. Look at what lights you up. That's where your purpose lives. Your mission is not in the stars, it's in your story. Every wound, every ache, every moment you thought was meaningless, it all prepared you. You're not here by accident. You are here on assignment. And when you say yes to that assignment, life stops fighting you. It begins to flow with you. Light isn't the absence of darkness. It's the choice to shine anyway. You are not here to escape the dark. You are here to bring light into it, not by pretending, not by bypassing, but by loving yourself through the shadow, and then loving others through theirs, because the world doesn't need more perfection. It needs more people who have remembered who they are, why they came, and what they're capable of. You are one of them. You are the light the universe placed here, not to judge the world, but to heal it. And when you shine, others remember they can too. Sleep. Warrior of the light, tonight as you lay down, know this: the battles you faced were never proof of weakness. They were training. You don't need to prove yourself. You only need to be yourself, the self that is aware, awake, alive. Rest now, and when you rise as the one who remembers, not just that you are made of stars, but that you are here to help the stars shine through you, because you are not here to run, you are here to rise, and the world is waiting for the light you carry. Sleep well, cosmic warrior. You've already begun the return. What if your entire journey, every joy, every trial, every dream, was the universe guiding itself back into remembrance? Through you. And now we arrive, not at the end, but at the beginning, inside the ending. You've journeyed through stars and cells, through silence and shadow, through memory and forgetting. And what remains is not a destination, but a deep knowing. You are not just a part of the universe, you are the universe, waking up to itself. Tonight, as your body rests, your spirit rises and you begin the return. The hero returns. Home, every myth, every sacred story ends the same way. The hero comes home, but they are not the same. The streets are familiar, the faces unchanged. But something within them has shifted, because they've seen what lies beyond the veil, and now they carry a gift. Not gold, not fame, but wisdom. The kind you earn when you go into the dark and return with the light. And now it's your turn. You are the one returning, not to the life you had, but to the truth you forgot, to the knowing that your presence here is no accident, that your breath, your story, your light matter. You are no longer walking blind. You are walking blessed. And that blessing isn't something you carry in your pocket. It's etched into your soul. You radiated, in your words, your choices, your very silence. You were never separate. You believed you were small. You believed you were broken. You believed you had to find your way back. But the truth is, you were never lost. Every breath, every blink, every heartbeat was the universe remembering. Through your joy, through your longing, through your ache for something more. The dream was never about escape. It was about awakening. You're aware. You look in the mirror and no longer see flaws. You see reflections of galaxies. You hear your heartbeat and it reminds you of stardust. You are no longer the seeker. You are the seer. You are no longer the fragment. You are the whole, temporarily remembering its shape. The illusion of separation has fallen away, and in its place, a radiant stillness, a peace that doesn't come from avoiding life, but from fully inhabiting it. Everything was a message, the signs, the symbols, the synchronicities, the moments you couldn't explain, the ones that made you pause, cry, laugh, or shiver. They weren't random. They were the cosmos speaking in the language of your life. Every person who hurt you helped shape you. Every silence you feared taught you to listen. Every ending you mourned made space for beginning. Your life has never been ordinary. It's been orchestrated by you, for you, through you. And now that you remember, you can finally begin to live, not in reaction, but in reverence. Even the smallest moment, a smile, a breath, a choice to forgive, becomes sacred. Because now you know nothing is wasted. The messages were always there. You just had to become quiet enough to hear them. And now you don't just hear. You feel, you sense, you move through the world like a tuning fork for truth. You are the living proof. You made it through the forgetting, through the fear, through the nights when the light seemed too far away. You stayed, you listened, you remembered, and now you are living proof that healing is possible, that truth is louder than illusion, that love is stronger than loss. You are the story the stars tell when they want to feel hope again. And everywhere you go, you carry that signal. Not through noise, but presence. Not through preaching, but simply being. You are the medicine you once searched for. You are the miracle you once waited for. And your being right now is enough. Let that be the legacy you live. Not perfection, but presence. Not fearlessness, but faith. And your presence now? It's like gravity, quiet, invisible, but powerful enough to hold worlds together. The dream continues, but so do you. You're not waking up from the dream. You're waking up within it, because life isn't a prison, it's a painting. And now you get to color it with what you've learned. You get to love more openly, speak more truthfully, create more fearlessly. You get to walk through this world, not as someone who is seeking, but as someone who is remembering you are not who you were. You are who you truly are, and everything you've ever wanted to become. You already are. You just had to wake up to it, and now you're here. Everything in your life is a canvas, and your awareness is the brush. Paint with love. Paint with light. Paint with the knowing that you are here for a reason. There is no after. There is only now, and this now, infused with your consciousness, becomes eternity.